Week 12 is in the books. We are heading into week 13. It is Tuesday, and that means we are talking 5 moves to make down the stretch here in the fantasy season. Welcome into DLF, guys. So before we get into it, like I said, right, we're doing 5 moves to make. We're talking Dynasty moves specifically, guys to add, guys to trade. So before we get into all of it, if you like what we're doing, subscribe to the channel. If you have questions, you have comments, drop it down below as well. All right, let's dive in. The first move to make is to go out and add rookie running back Zonovan Knight of the New York Jets. If you're not familiar, right, he is the Jets' maybe 3rd, 4th, 5th string running back, but right now he is a priority add in Dynasty. He is available in 95% of leagues over on Sleeper, and the reason you need to go and add him, Michael Carter left with a high ankle sprain. James Robinson was a healthy scratch. Ty Johnson mixed in a little bit. But Zonovan Knight was the running back, basically, for this New York Jets offense. Right? He came away with 17 opportunities, 3 targets, 14 carries, and looked pretty good doing it. Right? Now, obviously, the Bears is an easy matchup. We know this. That's not a good team. But you still have to produce, right? You're looking at potentially the new workhorse back for this New York Jets offense that has a great defense behind it, a team that is committed to running the ball, and maybe has a decent quarterback in Mike White. He's the guy. Let's go ahead and roll out Zonovan Knight in your leagues here. Go ahead and scoop him up. Our second move to make, it is another running back because, again, at this point in the year, guys are dropping left and right. You need to be very, very active on waivers because there are a lot of 3rd and 4th string running backs that are going to start getting run here down the stretch. It's how you find those very weird league winners that don't seem like they should matter, but end up mattering. So move number 2, add Jordan Mason of the San Francisco 49ers. Jordan Mason has been, if you go back to like week 1 when Elijah Mitchell got hurt, he was a favorite add for a ton of people, right? He was a must-add player because some people thought he was going to beat out Jeff Wilson. Well, that obviously didn't happen. And then they go out and they add CMC. Jeff Wilson's gone. Elijah Mitchell comes back. Now Elijah Mitchell's hurt. CMC is banged up at the end of the game. Jordan Mason kind of finishes out the last drive. But basically all of this to say, with Elijah Mitchell leaving with a knee sprain, Jordan Mason does actually become the backup running back in this offense finally. And again, right, CMC also a little bit dinged up. They want to keep him healthy. We've seen his workload when there is another running back present on the roster. Now enter Jordan Mason. He's going to fill that role. He is going to have value. And should anything happen to CMC, should he be out for an extended period of time, Jordan Mason, just because of the way this offense works, probably ends up finding RB2 value, like weekly RB2 upside. So again, Jordan Mason needs to be rostered. He's available in 70% of Dynasty leagues right now. Go and scoop him up off of waivers.
Hey guys, real quick, I just want to let y'all know that for this week only until Friday, December 2nd, 2022, DLF is running a Black Friday / Cyber Monday sale that is giving you guys 30% off of a year-long subscription to DLF Premium. This is by far the best discount and best opportunity to go and buy a full year's worth of DLF Premium. With the premium subscription, you get access to all of our premium articles on the website, our Dynasty rankings, DLF ADP, all the way back to 2014, plus the Dynasty Trade Analyzer, the Dynasty Trade Finder, and much, much more, including more tools, draft guides, all that kind of stuff. We have prided ourselves on being the best source of content for Dynasty fantasy football since 2006 in the fantasy industry, and this is the best possible opportunity to get access to a year-long subscription. So go in, check out the link down below. You can sign up using promo code CYBER2022 at dynastyleaguefootball.com, or like I said, check out the link down below to get yourself a 30% off discount for a year-long subscription to DLF Premium.
Move number 3, we're going to the wide receivers here. It is go out and add Richie James. Now, again, Richie James is not a world beater, and if you're not familiar with who he even is, used to be on the 49ers, is now on the New York Giants, filling in the slot role. And the reason that's important is Wan'Dale Robinson is obviously out for the year, and that role has had value in this offense when there's a healthy player to actually man the slot here. Richie James played about 70% of snaps on Thursday, pulls in a 17% target share, and looks like he could be a solid second option behind Darius Slayton. And that Just a weird all-around sentence to say. But Richie James has value in Dynasty. He needs to be added. Again, he's available in about 50% of leagues on Sleeper, and that number should increase dramatically, again, especially as we head down the stretch here. Right? Guys are getting injured at a much higher rate, it seems. Players are landing on IR with seasons over for certain teams. So Richie James down the stretch could very well be that wide receiver 3 in your flex, right? If you have a deep starting lineup, that's the role Richie James can fill. We got one more move for waivers, and then we have a trade targeter, I guess a guy to sell. And so move number 4 is go out and add all of those desperation quarterbacks in your Superflex leagues. If you're in a 1 QB league, I hope to God you are not relying on these guys. I'm talking Mike White, Sam Darnold, Kyle Allen. If you want to throw out Trevor Siemian of the Bears, who knows if he's starting in week 13, go ahead and do that. Those 4 in Superflex leagues probably need to be on rosters. If you watched this last week, I was saying Joe Flacco. Obviously, Flacco did not win the job. That is very obvious. It is now Mike White. He's available in like 50% of leagues. Go and scoop him up. Sam Darnold is going to be the quarterback moving forward for the Panthers. And is Darnold good? No, of course not. But he has found a way to add rushing touchdowns. He was doing it last season. He did it again this week. Sam Darnold has value in Superflex. And then Kyle Allen. Kyle Allen's a warm body. Think of it that way. That's the nicest thing I can say about him, is technically he's a starter. So I guess Kyle Allen is interesting. But again, that's a pure desperation QB ad. And our 5th move, as I am struggling to just get through this as I'm sick and feel like crap, whatever. 5th move, it is sell Brian Robinson. Brian Robinson is not a good running back. He is potentially the worst starter in the NFL. He is unbelievably inefficient. And I don't see that changing in his career, really. Could he have pop games like he did this week? Absolutely. But I don't believe in the player, so I don't really care what he does down the stretch here. The reason I'm saying this is the time to sell him, even though I was saying sell him 6 weeks ago when he won the job, is he's coming off of a great game, right? You're looking at 20-plus opportunities. He caught a touchdown. He actually saw some receiving work. That's great. He looked good. I don't believe he's turning a corner. You don't go, and basically become one of the least efficient players in the NFL and then suddenly flip a switch and turn into a stud. You're looking at guys, or at teams, maybe contenders, who are desperate for healthy running backs. And it looks like Brian Robinson could be taking that starting role. You sell that narrative. And look, he produced and the Commanders are winning and all of these great things are happening. Go get a 2nd-round pick for Brian Robinson. Again, contenders are desperate. They are looking for starting running backs. They may have lost Etienne, who might be back this week. They may have lost Jeff Wilson, who might be back this week, right? There's all these players that are banged up and maybe missing time, and Brian Robinson offers an opportunity for a healthy starting running back. That is the narrative you sell to contenders that are looking for RBs. That's how you handle it. All right, guys, that is all I have for you. Again, if you like what we're doing here, subscribe to the channel. If you have questions, you have comments, drop them down below as well. As always, guys, thank you for watching. We will see you next time.